Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's a joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. And it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shoot a flamethrower, or click the URL in the video description below. Lastly, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have news that Stellantis may start production of the glorious HEMI engine this year. After years of boring, garbage, mostly rudimentary vehicles, Stellantis is finally waking up to the fact that we like to have loud, fun, obnoxious things, like the glorious beauty of the V8 engine. 8 cylinders of glory. Now, granted, of course, if I had all the money in the world, I would prefer a V10 with a stick shift if I wanted a Dodge product to get the Dodge Viper. I hope they do bring that back as a Halo car as well. But this is still some good news. A lot of employees at Stellantis are saying, the V8 is no longer a bad thing in the office, where for years it was kind of like a taboo thing, which kind of ironic since, granted, they did not create the V8, but in terms of mass production and pumping them out, baby, they had some great things at Dodge throughout the years. Now, this comes to us thanks to Motor1.com, and this is the first time, I think, all year, I can show you a Dodge product without giving you a visual disclaimer because they're so viscerally disgusting, bland, and boring. Now here you can see the glorious Challenger, the SRT. It needs so much it's got so much horsepower, needs so much air. They removed one of the headlights to make a cold air intake or a ram air intake. Again, it adds a little bit more air. It makes it a little more efficient. Also, I think it's just good marketing too. And of course, it is come in red, though obviously, me, I wish it was in green, but I know I'm unusual like that. Now, specifically, again, this is credit to Motor1.com, specifically Anthony Alans, who's a writer over there, says, quote, Stellantis may restart HEMI production this year. The production plan allegedly includes a supercharged 6.2-liter V8. Now, I'm pretty sure an ancient philosopher, perhaps it was Henry Ford, but a wise man did once say, there's no replacement for displacement. And sometimes you just can't beat a good old V8. Here you can see that beauty. Look at that beauty. Shoot, I'd say if you discount the Dodge Viper, which I normally wouldn't, but if you remove that from the equation, that has to be the best car Dodge has made in 20 years. I know the bar is kind of low in general for Dodge products, but I mean, that just looks amazing. And again, the send-off edition was kind of, actually, no, I don't feel bad for the speculators who bought Dodge products. Think they go up like a stock, and they have these on car lots still for $200,000. I do think it was really cool when they claimed it's going to be the last edition. They made the world's fastest production car, 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds. And it was a glorious V8 engine. That is such a rare, cool thing that, I mean, it's just a marvel of engineering. Now, going to the article, they say, quote, the Dodge Ram and Jeep lineups are deficient in one crucial thing, a HEMI V8 engine. Yes, this 5.7 and 6.2-liter V8s will continue to power the current generation Durango, for all 5 people who want a Durango. And the Jeep Wrangler 392 exists with a 3.4, but the engine is missing something other important models like the new Charger and 1500. Yeah, a great way to piss off truck owners. Say we're going to take away your V8 option. We're going to give you the twin-turbo Hurricane engine, they call it, which is a straight 6, aka 6 cylinders in a row engine in a truck. Which, again, a straight 6 is great in a BMW. They perfected that over decades of research, development, and manufacturing. And they do have the credit to give you, nice third pedal, also known as manual transmission. But yeah, let's just say anecdotally, speaking with local Dodge dealerships and mechanics, the failure rate for the new Hurricane engine from Stellantis, that straight 6, is pretty bad. And it's not one vector of issue. There are many things wrong with that engine in terms of the failure rate. It's not just one component that's failing time and time again. It's multiple. So yeah, that's pretty bad. And also, truck guys love the V8. Again, it's a truck. They want the HEMI. Or if, it's a Ford or, it's GM, they'll get the V8 without the HEMI. But you know what I mean. Trucks should have V8s. Now, Stellantis said, screw you, we're going to give you a straight 6. which technically does have more horsepower, but it has to work harder. So if you want the V8, you have to get the Dodge Ram 2500 or 3500. Garn are the entry level 1500. So they need to fix that ASAP. I've talked to a lot of prospective truck buyers, and yeah, let's just say they've been looking at Ford a little bit closer lately because of this snafu. Now, they say, quote, however, a new report suggests that Stellantis is gearing up production. I hope that's a pun. If it wasn't, it was a good one, nevertheless, for more HEMI V8 engines. Mopar insiders, citing anonymous sources, saying Stellantis will soon start production, building a 5.7 and 6.4 with the supercharged 6.2-liter HEMI V8 at its Dundee engine plant in Michigan, west of Detroit. A report from December after Carlos Tavares resigned earlier that month, or about time, alleged that many within Stellantis didn't want to kill the iconic engine. Presumably, they also like paychecks and staying in business. There are a couple reasons why they should continue to make it. I was going to say, there's a picture of a Jeep, but who wants to see that? I'll keep the nice Challenger on screen there. And they say, quote, it was apparently Tavares who drove them to get rid of the HEMI. What a moron. You're known for your one thing, Dodge. You're not known for making EVs or, fuel efficient cars or, safe. Like, Volvo's known for safety. I mean, what are you known for? You're making for loud, fun, cool cars and trucks. And the CEO of Stellantis goes, we will destroy that. I don't know how to use an Italian accent, but nevertheless, that was my futile attempt. Now, they say, quote, it sounds like the engine is coming back in force. According to the report, Stellantis will base the engines on the Gen 3 architecture launched in 2003, which, again, that's tried and true. Decades research development. And shoot, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, they also say there are also rumors the automaker will add an even larger displacement variant in its lineup. Or as Tim the Toolman Taylor would say, more power. Never have too much. Now they say, quote, I was going to say, these pictures are all terrible. There's also a picture of the Durango. Let's be honest, no one wants to see that. We'll keep the picture on screen as is. Fears of increased emissions targets are waning now that President Trump has ordered his administration to revoke incentives for electric vehicles, rewrite the fuel economy standards, and deregulate other aspects of the auto industry. Yes, again, this is the best thing to happen in the auto industry in decades. If you read, again, I read a lot of books, kind of a theme every year when I do reading. Last year, it's all about automobile founders. The year before is retail founders. And yeah, it's even as recently as the 80s and 90s, the government is so overregulated with the auto industry. It is the most overregulated thing. And yeah, they're forcing us to buy EVs. It was a de facto ban on the gas engine with the previous administrations. Now, they say that even if the industry continues to electrify by choice and expand hybrid offerings, the thought of a purely gas-powered Dodge Coupe and V8 sounds enticing. Well, yeah, because it's what they do best. And again, even fun, stupid things gets me excited about the company in terms of, like, here's the Durango. Again, a huge engine. Again, Dodge is known for taking the giant, most obnoxious engine and putting it in everything. Enthusiasts love that. Even if like less than 1% of Durango sales have that glorious V8, I mean, it's just good as a halo car to get people in the door and get their eyeballs to light up and shine with excitement for once in a world with so many boring, bland automobiles. So I'm a big fan of the concept of a halo car and a top trim level for pretty much every car out there. And again, for the ones you do sell, are usually having it at a higher profit margin because, people are willing to pay more for that premium value, the powertrain, the young experience. Now, if they really want to go crazy, I don't think they will. But Dodge, they should put a third pedal in every vehicle. I know less than 2% of cars in the United States have the third pedal, aka is a manual transmission. But if you really want to turn heads and enthusiast and get them really excited, put a third pedal in the Durango. The last cool SUV with a manual transmission was like Porsche in 2008, 9-ish. And those things still go for 50, 60 grand if you could find them because they're so rare. I think they imported 293, give or take. I mean, that would really get some enthusiasts smiling and a little bit increased sales, but I think if anything, elevate the brand again. And they need, their brand is so tarnished, it needs a revival. Now, we also note that, however, if Mopar insiders report are accurate, Dundee could be building the 5-liter in August, keeping the engine alive as the industry faces an uncertain future. Which, again, it's one of those things where Stellantis has many crappy brands. Again, they have about 17 brands in their portfolio. It's got a lot. Of everything that keeps them in business, you look at the revenue, where the profit comes from. Historically, Dodge has been one of the biggest ones, which is kind of hilariously ironic that Chrysler bought Dodge. And now the only thing Chrysler is known for is the Pacifica, their little minivan. When you think of the actual models and that's actually the only thing for sale right now at Chrysler.com. They have it's technically 2 editions. One's regular, one's hybrid, but it's the same damn, van. But in terms of nameplates and different vehicle models, Dodge is really one of the biggest, most important things in the entire Stellantis portfolio. Also most important because they make SUVs and crossovers and trucks, which again, that's where a lot of the profit margin is when it comes to the automotive community, or rather the automotive industry. So this is really exciting. I really hope this report is true, and I really think it is. And it will be interesting to see if this one brand of Dodge could really save Stellantis. Because again, Stellantis is in trouble. They have, again, way too many brands. A lot of them are, doing terrible. I mean, somehow Alfa Romeo is still in business. That's another thing they own. Maserati, they've dragged that name through the mud. Those things depreciate like a rock and are as reliable as a Ford. I mean, they have a lot of work to do at Stellantis, but again, I think Dodge could very well be the cornerstone that they need to rebuild the whole company. But let me know the concept. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, shoot. I mean, I'm pretty frugal. I still got my 2018 Honda Civic Si. Love that thing. If I won the lottery, and they had a stick shift, obviously, I'd probably get a new Challenger. But let me know if you won the lottery and you had to buy a Dodge product, which one would you buy? And then do you think they'll ever make the Viper again? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.